Hey everyone, we are live at 5. It is Wednesday, I believe, because we just saw him at 9. October 17th,
Yes.
And I'm Paul Wontorek.
And I'm Beth Stevens.
And hey, look who's over there. It's Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello, everybody.
And Shazi Raja's here from
Yay.
Off-Broadway's India Pale Ale,
Whoop,
an
whoop.
exciting new American play that opens next week.
MTC, yes.
We're going to find out all about it. But
Yes, we
first,
are.
today's top 5.
We found out who the next person is going to be getting to the church on time.
I did not see this coming, but I'm very pleased. Danny Burstein is joining My Fair Lady at Lincoln Center's Vivian Beaumont Theater.
Yeah, I'm excited.
He's a 6-time Tony nominee, and of course, he's joining the new Eliza Doolittle, who you just sat down with on Show People, Laura Benanti.
She starts next week.
Next week.
Yep, next
She
Tuesday.
starts- okay,
the
whatever
same
you
day
say.
India Pale Ale opens.
Oh, look at that tie-in. So Danny is stepping into the role on January 8th, and he will play a limited engagement through April 28th because I think he has something else coming up.
Oh, yeah. And everybody calm down, by the way. Let's just get it out there. Everyone's like, what's happening in Moulin Rouge? Moulin Rouge
coming.
is not coming this season.
But it's
coming
coming.
in the summer.
But it's coming.
Spoiler.
2-time Tony winner Norbert Leo Butz will play his final performance on January 6th in the role.
And you only got a little bit longer to go down to the cafe.
Yeah, so this news actually just broke a minute and a half ago, according to that clock. Smokey Joes Cafe is closing off-Broadway. The Fantastic Revival will play its final performance on November 4th at Stage 42. This, of course, is the Lieber and Stoller review. Fun fact, Beth did press on the original Broadway production
It's
before
such a
we
fun
knew
fact
each other.
that you always say it.
I don't know. I think it's fun.
It's
It is
super
fun.
I associate you with shimmying.
Thank you.
Teach me how to shimmy, Beth.
It's weird, but okay.
By the time it closes, Smokey Joes will have played 20 previews on 121 performances. They will make an album on Time Life Records.
That's
Which
great.
reminds me of my childhood.
Time Life Records?
Yeah, remember those ads? It used to be like
No, I'm too young for
the
that.
songs of the 60s
No idea
on
what you're
Time Life
talking about.
Records.
No idea.
Like a box set. You're not too young for that.
National tour.
Sorry. And a national tour will start in 2020. 2020. That's
that's
going to be
a
a
while.
weird year to say, right? It's a TV show. It's Vision. Anyway, it's an amazing cast. Go see it. And Joshua Bergasse, of course, is the guy who sort of directed and choreographed it and turned it into the new version of Smokey Joes Cafe. Go see it before it closes.
And 2 new people are joining the greatest city in the world.
This is exciting new casting for Hamilton. Danae Benton, who was a Tony nominee for Great Comet, is joining as Eliza. And Carvin Lassant, who sat in this very chair not too long ago.
He was so sweet. Before he left for the tour.
He did the tour.
Yeah.
He's coming back as Lafayette and Jefferson. And they are replacing cast members Lexi Lawson and Brian Terrell Clark. Do we know when? October 30th. Is that right? We'll play George. Am I saying this all correctly? Carvin Lassant will play George Washington.
He's playing George Washington.
He played Lafayette. Okay, wait. He
Oh,
can play
yeah.
any role. He played Lafayette and
Yeah.
Jefferson on tour.
Yes.
Now he's playing George Washington.
Well, originally, didn't he he's ensemble and he covered
That's right.
Yeah.
roles?
He can do it all. He's
Yeah.
coming October 30th. That's exciting news.
And this Australian pop star is taking a journey to the past.
Hey, Cody Simpson. I don't really know much about you, but I'm excited. You're joining the cast of Anastasia. He's a Australian pop guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for telling me.
And I did like a quick cram on him to find out about
please
him.
educate us.
Well,
Oh,
what
yeah.
I found out is that he used to have hair like Justin Bieber.
Yes.
Oh.
They both had the Bieber hairdo.
But it's in the
correct?
past.
Did you tell me
Sure.
that? Somebody here.
And he dated Gigi Hadid. Fun fact.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Just in case you wanted
Oh,
to know.
okay. So
Lots
he's
of
joining
information.
Anastasia, replacing Zach Atkins, who we love, who's actually his photos hang up in our hallway. You can't tell that, so that's not interesting to you. But Zach is leaving on November 25th, and Cody Simpson will start November 29th. He burst on the music scene in 2009 after he was discovered, it just says, and he signed by Atlantic Records, and he toured with Justin Bieber. I found that out.
Oh, maybe they
And
went to the
Big
same.
Time Rush.
Well, that must have been confusing with the competing hairdos.
Maybe they went to the same barber.
He recently performed for the Queen of England at Buckingham Palace
Fancy.
and spoke at the UN Ocean Conference as a UN Development Program's ocean advocate.
I'm
This
getting
guy
so
does
much
a lot.
information.
I
But
can't
he's
wait to
gonna
meet
just
him.
sing in Anastasia and
Yeah, he's
act
gonna be
and do
he's
that.
gonna be Dimitri. If
Dimitri.
I haven't mentioned that, he's Dimitri.
Yeah.
Love that. And we found out who else is joining the Jellicle Ball.
All right, this is really
movie.
happening.
And this
It's
movie's
happening.
getting
Talking about the Cats movie, it's been discussed since I was born. Idris Elba is apparently going to play
Is this
Macavity.
whole episode about aging you down?
I'm super young, and I don't know what you're talking about.
You know I love it.
Idris Elba is going to play Macavity.
Yeah.
Macavity.
I was waiting for you to
He
do
doesn't
that.
sing that. The girls
No,
sing it.
the girls sing it.
The Cavity girls.
But he does. That's a big dancey. I mean, that's a big thing. That's a big dancey, singy role. So Idris Elba's going to.
Well,
we
we don't know
big
what
robe.
this movie is.
Are they
Correct?
people?
It's got
We don't.
quite a cast.
Are they just doing voices? Is it claymation? Is it live action? Is it what is it?
It's Tom
Kyle, what is
Hooper.
it?
We don't know.
What is it?
It's
Are they putting makeup on their faces and
Listen,
crawling around? What is
Tom
it?
Hooper's directing. Wayne McGregor's choreographing. So there will be some movement. Jennifer, and I'll just tell you who's already been announced: James Corden, Jennifer Hudson, Ian McKellen,
It's crazy.
Taylor Swift, and Laurie Davidson. I'm confused, but I am fascinated.
We need to call Imogen Lloyd Webber because we need some
and we need
intel.
some clarity.
We need some intel on this project. But it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Beth, for the Cats update.
You're welcome. Who played the original Macavity in
Who
Cats?
played the original? Oh my God, are you trying to?
Yes. Yes. No,
Help
I'm
me.
I'm
Who is
listening.
it?
Ken Ard, which ties
Oh.
into Smokey Joe's Cafe. And on that note, I'm out of here.
And you typed that in his bio because that's one of your responsibilities
I'm
as a
leaving
press
now.
person on the show.
Yes. Full circle moment.
Okay, Caitlin, tell us more about today's guest.
Yes. Guys, today we have Shazi Raja in the studio with us today. She's currently starring in India Pale Ale off-Broadway. She attended Rutgers Conservatory at Shakespeare's Globe in London, and she graduated with a BFA in acting. She won the Best Supporting Actress by the Independent Reviewers of New England for her role in Milk Like Sugar at the Huntington Theater Company, so we know she's a star. And her screen credits include HBO's High Maintenance, Brad Status, and God Friended Me. Follow her on social media at ShaziRaja_, and leave all of your questions in the comments down below. Please welcome Shazi and Paul.
Shazi, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
God, I love your name.
Oh.
Wish I had a cool
It's a
name.
fun
like
one,
that.
right?
Shazi, yeah. It's
I
awesome.
quite like it.
Yay!
How's it going? You're mid previews.
I am. It's
Yes.
going great. I just ran over here from a show.
Just did matinee. Mm-hmm. How was the matinee crowd over at MTC stage two?
well, you know, Wednesday.
Stage one.
Stage one.
Yeah, over at City Center.
Not a lot of young people are coming
I
at
know.
that
Well, yeah,
time,
I mean-
but it was still a good crowd. It
Yeah.
was still good. We had a good show. So
And it's a new play.
it is a new play. Very
India
new.
Pale Ale. What do you love about it? When did you get involved with it, and what was it like when you first experienced it? Tell me about this play. People
Yeah.
don't know much about it.
Right. So I've been involved with it for a little bit more than a year.
Okay.
Just doing, readings and stuff like that. The first time that I came in, I read for a totally different character, but I fell in love with it immediately, and I knew that I wanted to be involved in some way. And I haven't done a play in like 3 years since Milk
You've been
Like
doing a lot of
Sugar.
TV and film.
I have been, yeah. Which I love, but I said I would only do a play if it really stopped me in my tracks, and I felt very passionate about it, and specifically if it had a lot of people of color in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, this checked off all the boxes
You got
for me.
all your dreams came true.
All my dreams come true. So I wanted to be a part of it right away, and we did lots of readings. We did a workshop this summer at Vassar in Poughkeepsie.
Yep.
Went really well. And I'm glad to have worked on it for that long because it's a beast. There's
Well, okay,
a
so
lot in it.
So let's set it up.
Okay.
Where are we? What's happening? There's
We
a
are
wedding.
we are in Wisconsin,
Okay.
in a small town, Raymond, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Punjabi Sikh family,
Mm-hmm.
very traditional. We all go to the Gurdwara, the temple, every day or every week.
Mm-hmm.
We all know each other, friends and family. And yes, the big event is my brother, my character's brother's, his engagement party.
Okay.
Which is a big thing still. Yeah. Even though it's not a wedding, but the engagement party is a huge thing on its own.
Right.
So
And your character is sort of going off on, she has her own sort of dreams and plans, right?
Right.
That maybe break out from this.
yeah, she loves her family. She loves being with her family. But she is almost 30 and she still lives at home. And she wants to go off and do her own thing. She wants to open a bar.
I love that.
Love it.
I
Love
want to open a
it.
bar.
She wants to open a bar.
What do they think of that?
You know, just as what you would think. Yeah. Any parent would probably not be too happy about that.
Right.
Especially, her folks, it's very tight-knit and they stick together. So yeah, it doesn't bode quite well.
Cool.
But she knows that. She expects that.
Do you relate to her? What do you love about this character? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Boy,
you're like,
boy.
oh
man,
yeah.
It's really weird. I got the question the other day. What is different about you and Boz? And I didn't know how to answer.
Was a struggle.
Yeah, it was a struggle.
Okay.
Which is really funny because in the beginning, thankfully, the writer Jacqueline has been throughout this process with us, and our wonderful director Will Davis have really. I told them they really pulled her out of me. Like, it was difficult for a while to find her in me, but it's ridiculous now, I think, because I'm exactly like her. In a lot of ways. She's very
Jacqueline
headstrong.
Didn't know you when she wrote this play.
No, she didn't.
Jacqueline Backhouse, by the way, up and coming big
Amazing.
play, right?
Yeah.
Not at all, but
it's not like she created it for you. It's just it just happened to be the perfect fit.
Yeah, exactly. And she had people in mind when she was creating it. But I think it's just a similar, like, headstrong woman.
Yep.
Loves her family but knows what she wants. And yeah, I it's really weird. I have family members who keep coming and they're like, "Oh yeah, that I have home videos where you did exactly that." So yeah, I'm quite drawn to her. Quite drawn to her. I understand her struggle totally, and I think she's super relatable, and the whole family is.
And so this play is based on real events, or did I hear that? Or it's inspired by real events? And
there was. I'm not gonna give it away.
Go see it.
But yeah, come see it. But there was in Wisconsin an event that happened in the early 2000s with a Punjabi Sikh community there because it's a very affluent community in Wisconsin, which you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But come see the show and then you will.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is based on true events.
Right. Okay. And you grew up in Texas, correct?
I did. In Houston.
What part of Houston?
H-Town. Yeah.
So what was your upbringing like, and what was your family like? And
that's a good question. Yeah. So I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. But my mom is from California, from a Mennonite family in California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Not super strict, but I mean, those are our roots. We're German Mennonites.
Okay.
And then my father is fresh off the boat when he was younger from Pakistan. And they met in Iowa.
Really?
Of all places. Very
Why
weird.
Iowa?
Yeah. They were just both happened to be going to school there.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, my dad came to this country to go to university or to continue his college studies. And but they went to Houston for work, stayed there. And growing up in a multiracial, multilingual, multicultural family it was difficult in a lot of ways, I think. But now I love that that's where I came from because it taught me a lot of things. It taught me how to be very worldly and very open to every culture, every language, every skin color, Yeah. I also grew up, my parents did this kind of like a foreign exchange program where we lived next to the University of Houston, and people of all ages would come and stay with us, and, we would get compensation from all over the place. I mean, like Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, like places you don't hear about. And I was like a little tot running around, and they would, teach me things and so on and so forth. So that was really awesome. It set me up really nicely. I think it made me a very understanding and open person.
Right.
Yeah, and being biracial, multiracial, it's its own thing. I'm meeting, especially in this show, I'm meeting a lot of people who are from very different places, and it's wonderful to come together and have like a commonality within our differences, which is quite a beautiful thing. And I think that's a thread in the show, a big thread in the show, is our differences can bring us together. So.
It sounds like you've done a lot of great training, right? Like you went to London and you were like at the Shakespeare's Globe, right? That's fancy AF.
It was amazing. Thank you, Mason Gross School of the Arts, so much. I owe them a lot. Yeah, I wouldn't be here without that. It definitely added something so new. They do it so differently over there, and I got to study with amazing teachers you know, people who work at the Globe. And then I got to perform on the Globe stage, which is a dream and a half. So, yeah.
Perform in what?
We did two Gentlemen of Verona.
Not the musical.
No.
That's the one I know really.
And it's a play that's not, or a Shakespeare show that's not done often at all. Right. So it was really cool to do that. And we did it twice. We did it once over there with our director, and then came to America and did it again with a new director. And it was amazing. It's amazing to delve that far deep into Shakespeare, because I think it really helps you with everything else. Everything else is just not as hard, you know? So even Jacqueline's work now, I see so much poetry and so much Shakespeare in her work.
Wow.
So it really informs,
cool.
my acting.
And do you have any favorite film or TV things? A lot of people might know you from High Maintenance, right?
Right. Oh.
People who love that show love
I
that
was obsessed with that show way before I even got on
yeah?
it. It's such a New York show.
Yeah.
It's such a actor show, I think.
A lot of theater people.
A lot of theater people, and you know, just like friends. And that's how I, you know, especially going to Rutgers, that's how I learned how to put things on, is you do it with your friends. You do it with all your artist friends, not even just actors, dancers, you know. And it's very down to earth and gritty. Yes, so obsessed with High Maintenance. I'm excited. I think the 3rd season's coming out. They just wrapped. Ooh, what else? I haven't had time for a lot of TV the last couple months. But I am big. I'm big on my Netflix and my HBO. I do love that.
But you love doing TV and
I
love doing theater. And
I do.
What is what's your 5-year dream? 5-year plan? Let's get it out there.
That's a good question. Well, okay. I want to give myself 5 years, but I think that might be pushing it. So I give myself 8 years to win an Oscar.
Yes.
That's completely reasonable.
So, right? I think so.
Yeah.
You know,
would it be like what kind of project would it be in? Like
definitely a movie. Film is my ultimate end all be all
but
passion.
Would it be like a real drama, like something really meaty that you could like
think
sink
so.
your teeth into?
I like really gritty things. I like very real, kind of scary. Not scary like horror, but things that jolt you, that make you question, you know. I like Tarantino a lot, you know. Yeah. Very dark. I like dark stuff. Okay. Definitely something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll work on the Oscar. But so you're enjoying your co-stars. You're enjoying the Pale Ale family.
It's amazing.
Is there any beer drinking with this cast?
Actually, yeah. A lot of us go out, and you know, IPAs. We have to have IPAs.
I don't. Research.
I don't drink beer. I don't like beer.
Yeah, I don't.
But okay, good. But everybody else has enough for me. So yeah, research exactly.
They like beer on the Supreme Court, but I'm not into beer.
Oh.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. But that's good. I'm glad. It's nice. It's nice those little theater families. Are nice.
Yeah, I missed it. You know, it's different than being on set all the time, and especially this family. It's fantastic because I've been telling a lot of people after the show and other people who I've interviewed with. It's very specific to me, especially in this climate of our nation and just in this time period, to be with other people of color actors, and specifically brown actors. For me, I've lived in a world for a while that I didn't really think that my two worlds, of my family and then my artistry, could ever come together. Yeah. And you know, people that I meet, there's always a part that they don't understand about me, but these people, they get it all. It's everything. It's my artistry, and then they understand my background, and it truly feels like a real family. It's awesome.
I love all your earrings and nose rings. Is this for the character, or is this always?
Both. Okay. It's always, and then the director was like, "Oh no, you gotta have this. You gotta
because you are the character, basically."
Yeah, I guess so. Yes. So it worked.
You're just wearing stuff from your wardrobe at home, and it's just you.
I am.
Good for it. Love it.
Hey, Caitlin, are there any questions from the people?
Yes, there are. So let's go with you talked about this a little bit, but what does it mean to you to have this type of representation on stage?
I love this question. I've been getting this question a lot. I mean, of course, it's so important to me. I remember not that long ago when I saw Black Panther for the first time, and I just thought, wow, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It made such waves in me because I realized this never happens. People never get to see this on screen. Such color, such vibrancy, you know, different music, all this. So it's wonderful to see the world as I know it up on stage. And also, I think it's so important that people from my family, those aren't the people who are usually going to the theater. And it's seen sometimes, I think, as kind of an elite thing. Yeah. But finally, we're putting up characters who they know from their families. And I think that's exciting because I'm hoping it will make them want to come out, and then maybe we can change the theater scene a little bit and have people from all backgrounds coming, which is always my hope and my dream. So I think it's very important in that way. And then also, oh my goodness, we've had some young girls, young students come up to me afterwards and just say, I've never seen me in a story before, you know? Amazing. And that's just, that makes it all worth it. So it's super important. It's super important. Absolutely. Especially nowadays. Yeah.
I love that. We can do one more question. And let's do, what is one thing that your character has taught you since you've been playing her?
Wow. That's a really good question. I think she's taught me courage, a lot more courage. I think I am an innately courageous person. My mom's instilled, you know, truth and honesty is the bottom line. That's the most important thing, even if it hurts people. But Boz, even more, she really gives me the courage to always be honest, always tell the truth, and always do what you want and what you think is right. There's one specific scene that I won't give away, but where she says something to a white man that I have never been able to say, and I think a lot of people in my situation have never been able to say, or would get too emotional, or you know. And she says it, and she's triumphant, and in the end, he understands her, and I think that was huge for me to learn. Like, you need to do it. You need to do it. It's important, and it's hard, but even though it's not our jobs, like, be brave to tell your story to other people who might not understand, because you never know what you'll get.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. How can I, doesn't everybody want to go see India Pale Ale now?
Yes.
Please.
MTC Stage 1, it opens next Tuesday, right?
Yes, it does.
You know what you're going to wear?
Oh, I'm wearing a sari.
Yes.
Hello. So go see that, and also watch out for the 2026 Academy Awards, and the Oscar goes to Shazi Raja.
Let's hope.
I mean, that's what you said.
Putting it out there.
I can count.
It counts.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you,
So
Paul.
lovely to meet you.
You too.
Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single day on Facebook. You can listen to us in a podcast by searching for #live@5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Kate Baldwin about her Feinstein's 54 Below solo shows.